Salve homines et femine, welcome to the great everything, or today we might say, Magnum Omnium. Today is my favorite day in the year, a date I have celebrated since my earliest childhood. Wait, let me get my normal voice on. Because it's the 21st of April, and today in 753 BC, Rome, the eternal city, the head of the world, Caput Mundi, and the birthplace of Western society, was founded. Almost 3,000 years ago. Think about that. 3,000 years, and it's still there, and it's still vital, and it's glorious, and it's so beautiful. I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll say it again. Rome is the most beautiful place on earth. Yes, there's nature, there's Grand Canyons, there's national parks, there's tropical islands and waterfalls and caves, all amazing, all beautiful, all awe-inspiring. But if we're talking cities, if we're talking man-made beauty, there is no place on earth that is as breathtaking a testament to the very, very best that humanity can achieve. And if we're talking about our culture, Western civilization, it's also the most important city in the world. Sure, today New York and London have way more financial pull globally. Those two cities are where what happens in the world gets decided. And if by culture we mean what matters to kids today, what people are engaging with today, then of course Rome isn't as relevant. You got San Francisco, where all the tech is being made. You got Hollywood, where the films are. You've got New York and London, where there's all these cool underground cultures coming out. There's always something exciting and new being born in these places. Rome doesn't have the urban culture you get there, or even in Berlin or Paris. You won't find new global trends coming out of Rome. But our civilization, the structure of it, it all comes from there. Our language, our institutions, our infrastructure, our idea of what a society should look like, the richness of our history, the wonderful stories and literatures, and the sheer artistic beauty that you find in Rome is unparalleled. Did you know that Italy, a tiny nation, is the country with the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites? More than China, which is probably the closest contender to a country with the richest culture. Did you know that Italy has almost 50% of all of the world's artistic patrimony? That it has 5,500 monuments and museums deemed of historic importance? Compare that with France, 1,200, and I don't think anyone would argue that France isn't one of the most culturally rich places in the planet. So yeah, I love Rome, and not only because as a lover of art and food, Italy is one of the greatest places ever, not just because I majored in Roman history and Latin and I love that stuff, or is it because I lived 15 years in Italy and my mother and Ivano and my brothers, they all live in Rome? No, it's because Rome is central to my mission in life, which is sharing our culture with as many people as possible, spreading an understanding for the great things in our civilization and history. Because I am worried about the lack of a sense of history that so many of our young people display. There's a lot that happened before World War II, you know. And progress is awesome, the things we can do now and where we can go in the future. But moving forward without understanding where we come from and how we got here, it's folly. It's like having no roots. It's bungee jumping without the rope. It's how we repeat all of our past mistakes. Look around you. So yes, if you cherish any aspect of our culture, or at least the good in it, please join me in wishing happy birthday to Rome, or Felix Natalis in Latin. There are cities more powerful, more fun, more influential, but none as beautiful and none as fundamental, literally, to the history of our Western culture.